grab it behind the ears, stare it in the eyes, growl. Then bite its nose. Worked for me.
You're a goddamn genius.
I've been at this a while.
Hope you enjoyed that one. Warren Smith with Uranium Rock. Good news is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth, folks. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones about the whereabouts of Diamond City's most effective detective, you can rest easy. Nick Valentine is back in town and seemingly none the worse for wear. While details about what happened to him are scarce, I for one am just glad he's back. And in one piece. And if there's any more good news to share, you'll hear it first here on Diamond City Radio. Feels like anything's possible when you're in love, according to Billie Holiday. Here's crazy, he calls me.
Don't tell no one. My beast stopped minding me. Consistency is the key. Regular and frequent beatings. Works for animals, slaves, and friends you don't want no more. God, you got all the answers. What can I say? I got a gift.
Anything in here? Going up. Nuka Express.
Hey. Yes? What do you want?
Are you the one in charge around here?
About as much as anyone, sure. Now you want to tell me what it is you want?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
You want this place? Listen, not trying to piss you off here, but I'm not sure that's gonna work. This is home.
You stay here another minute and trust me, you're gonna regret it.
Christ, no need to do anything rash, all right? Land's yours.
Diamond City Radio wouldn't be possible without the help of some wonderful businesses here in town. Commonwealth Weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Here's the 5 stars with Adam Bombay.
I'm going. Jerk.
Not supposed
Just
to
wanted
hurt
to
the
trade
other
a few
gangs.
things.
No
All
rule
right,
against
I
tricking them
guess.
into hurting each other, though.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm thinking this place will do. At least once we get some supplies coming in. You ought to head on back, boss. Let him know how it went.
You pick sheeps in suits?
Shank.
Well, well. Rumor going around is that some big bad raider boss strolled into the Commonwealth and talked a group of settlers right off their land. Not too shabby.
It's a damn good start.
I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Why stop at kneecaps?
There any details I should know about these methods?
Well, these jobs run pretty similar to those for claiming territory. Using force will give you more places you can target. Plus, settlers can't just blow you off. You try scaring them into paying up without laying some groundwork first, it could end up being a costly endeavor. Now, any thoughts on how you want to do this?
Let me talk to them. I'll get them to hand over what we need.
Sure. So, which crew you want keeping an eye on the place once you get them to bend the knee?
The disciples.
Sounds like a plan. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. The Slog might be a good choice to hit, though I'd have to confirm that's still the case. So, what's the target?
There are some recent rumblings from Goodneighbor, and I do mean that as something of a pun. Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman Bobby No-Nose has something of a reputation.
Was that?
That reputation may have contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor of hers. Except there's a bit of a twist. Bobby has very conspicuously disappeared. Word is, there's no trace of her in Goodneighbor. It's unclear at this time whether she actually pulled off the job she was rumored to have been plotting. Or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again. Ever. If you get my meaning. For anyone coming back to Diamond City from a trip out in the Commonwealth, this one's for you.
Hey.
Hey, you want to tell me what you're doing here?
You ever heard of Nuka World?
The theme park with all the raiders? Sure. Why?
I'm here to make you an offer. This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka World caps, food, whatever you got. In exchange, we won't bother you.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of hard work goes into this place. Can't just give it to you.
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, all right? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
Fine, if it'll get you off my back. Now, please, get the hell out of here.
People of the Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected
Sounds like they're
that
gonna tear the place
Institute
apart if
still
we don't get the
exists,
hell out of there.
that we
Then
are
I
among
guess we'll
you.
just have to let them know
It's true.
who they're dealing
But
with.
it's not the
You did
whole
good.
truth.
Now get going.
We
The adults are
here,
gonna discuss
and
this.
we are
Figure this would happen sooner or
here to
later.
help.
Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors
Our
in the
superior
Commonwealth.
technology
An
represents
outside
the
crew of
future the
raiders think we're
Commonwealth.
honing in on their
Today,
territory.
we activate a
Sounds like they're
nuclear
planning to
reactor,
tear the place up,
ensuring that we will
and our
persevere
people
long
with
after
it.
the world above
Suppose this
ground
provides us a
ceases to
good
exist.
opportunity to make an example.
Ensuring that mankind
You thinking what
has
I'm
a future.
thinking?
Mayhem and destruction
We
is
have
what
no
I'm
desire
thinking.
to interfere in
For
the
what
unimportant
it's worth.
details of your personal freedoms.
What can you tell me about this gang?
Not a whole lot.
Simply insist
Our
that you
scout
do
said the
not
boss
interfere
calls
with
himself
Institute
Sinner.
operations.
Claims to have a decent-sized crew ready to take what we stole fair and square. Suppose he just needs to learn who his betters are. So,
Rest easy.
are you and I of
Know
the
that
same
your
mind
future
on how
is
that ought to get done?
looking bright.
I want to try talking to them.
And that
So
mankind
that's a
will
no
thrive
then.
under our
Look,
guidance.
boss. Your clout may get you what you want around here, but that doesn't earn you a thing with raiders in the Commonwealth. All those mutts understand is force. And I think it's time you and them came to just such an understanding. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
Who's in charge around here? I'll tear their heart out. You! You, the Nuka World waste pile that thought you could move your gang into Sinner's territory and live? You give me one good reason I shouldn't slice you open and eat your heart right here.
You listen closely. This land is ours. So turn around and crawl back under whatever rock you came from. Right now.
Whoa, whoa, easy. Take it easy, all right? Sure, just, keep it. Place was a shithole anyway.
Danny Kaye there singing Civilization. Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since possibly living among us, undetected. Very serious implications. Wouldn't you agree? The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all is well in Diamond City. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I guess. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. Right Behind You, Baby by Ray Smith is next. Someone should really explain the concept of personal space to that man.
The pack don't tuck
Hey,
tail.
Shank.
You'll get what's coming to you.
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
So, what's next?
Well, right to business then. So I suppose your recent success brings us to the next step. Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, just like any other settlement. That they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that, you just say.
What can you tell me about entertainment for the outpost?
Well, it's a damn handy way to keep folks distracted if you're lacking in certain basics. Constructing pick-me-up stations or getting one of your crew working on a booze still will certainly help lift your outpost's spirits. And if the place has got a Nuka World transmitter powered up, you can construct amplifiers to help as well. Anything else I can answer for you?
Tell me more about providing food for the outpost.
So, managing your outpost's food can get a little tricky. No one ever joined a crew to dig in the dirt, so you'll want to make sure you've convinced enough settlements to supply your gang. People at the outpost can farm in a pinch, but they sure as hell won't be happy about it. Now, if you're ever wondering if your outpost has enough food, you should take a look in your Pip-Boy. It ought to have a page that'll show you everything your outpost currently needs, food included. If they're low on grub, it's probably time to get a new settlement supplying you. Or you could always drop some food direct in their workshop if it comes to it. Now, was there something else?
I want to know more about managing the outpost's basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses, plenty of beds under cover, and enough clean water to go around. Not much more to it than that. Was there anything else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Sure. If you've ever got more questions, you come find me. Or you can always consult that Pip-Boy on your arm. No better tool to tell you what your outpost may be hurting for. Now, depending on the state of the place when you hit it, this first outpost might already have some of the bare bones set up. All you've got to do is build up what's missing. If you want to run some jobs to convince more settlements to start sending supplies, well, you know how this works. You just come talk to me. And I was thinking, with the outpost coming as far as it has, might be time I set up shop there. Save you a trip anytime you want to run a job. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. Be good to make some trouble in the Commonwealth again. So, there anything I can do?
Answer some questions for me.
Shoot.
Is there anything our outpost needs at the moment?
Improved defenses is the word going around at the moment. Couple more turrets or guard posts ought to do it. You had any other questions?
What do I need to take into account when intimidating settlements?
Well, the bigger and more fortified your target is, the more work you're gonna have to do to get them to crack. But using tools from the operators, building a Nuka World transmitter within range of the settlement you're trying to target, they'll make it easier. Plus, the more outposts you've got nearby your target, the more interested they'll be in what you've got to say. So, was there something else?
Remind me, what's the best way to keep outposts happy?
Well, you want to make sure they've got all the necessities, defenses, beds, water, and food. Ideally coming in from a settlement you've convinced to hand over supplies, but you can always drop some direct in their workshop if need be. Beyond that, you could build them some entertainment, a booze still, pick-me-up station, an amplifier if you've got a Nuka World transmitter set up. And if you're wondering what they're lacking, best thing to do is check your Pip-Boy. It's got a page with all the information you could need on what your outpost might want. I'm also willing to share whatever I hear. And lastly, don't make them farm. Lose a lot of goodwill from your gangs by making them pick fruit. Was there anything else?
Is there anything our outpost needs?
Yeah. So.
That was it.
Got it. Something else I could do for you?
That was Big Maybell, with a whole lot of shaking going on. And when you're as big as Maybell is,
I'm not
there's
much
a
for
whole
conversation.
lot of shaking going on.
Rooting around where you don't belong is a good way to start a fight. You got some kind.
Life is short, boss. You better get your partying in now.
Miles here with the latest news update. Commonwealth. This one.
You ain't nothing but prey.
The green tech company bombed over.
Smells like dead meat.
Assaulted by an unknown person. From what I understand, there were any gunners left to tell the
Boss,
tale.
let's chat. A little bird told me you're looking for some tools to help claim us some new outposts. Ain't it just your lucky day? Wait till you see what I got. Found some toys a couple operators left on their corpses in a back alley. Not sure how they got themselves dead like that. No shame. I took them apart and made a little something different out of the parts. It's just gonna be a toy for my pets, but it's more useful than that. Beasts find these things irresistible. Toss them on the ground, and anything nearby and hungry will come a-running, ripping anything in their path to pieces. But you're gonna want to be a safe distance away, because, well, things leak a little. Don't want to end up becoming a snack yourself. Oh, and here, take this paper. It'll show you how to make more. Don't look so surprised. We ain't all knuckle draggers.
Call in a pack of hungry animals? You trying to get me killed?
What, me? Try to get you replaced so soon? Nah. It would make for a good prank, though. Seriously, just try it. Should be fun watching those settlers get torn apart. And when you're putting that to good use claiming new haunts, don't forget us, all right? Smells like dead meat.
Cold border, folks. You know what we love to do.
Ain't too smart to come around.
Stuff in your head.
You're gonna pay for that. Okay, we'll buy that early. Okay, I'm mad now. Come on. You what's going on? You pick sheeps in suits over wolves?
Life is short, boss.
Smells like
face it, gentlemen.
What was that?
See what you have about it, too.
Piss on your...
What the?
Good! I was getting bored.
Folks out there listening to Diamond City Radio always enjoyed the radio plays, right? The ones about the dreaded Silver Shroud. We've had them in rotation for a while now, and they're a fun little adventure. Only now it seems... That's right, folks. The Commonwealth now has its very own superhero in the form of the Silver Shroud. Or at least someone dressing up like him. Crime in Goodneighbor has a new enemy. Why would someone don that costume? Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better, in fact. So I guess if you're out there and thinking about breaking the law, you might want to consider steering clear of Goodneighbor. Or else the Shroud might come after you. Based on this next song, I think it's safe to say that Betty Hutton has some complicated feelings about men. Here she is.
Oh, hey boss. Didn't see you there.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I'm in. Hey, need some cover over here.
Get me to hear me?
Bad idea.
What else you got?
of you when I'm done.
Travis Lone Demise here with the latest news update from the Commonwealth. This one sounds heavy. The Green Tech building, long known as a haven for gunner mercenaries, was recently assaulted by an unknown group. From what I understand, there aren't any gunners left to tell the tale. If that's true, it's a little unsettling. Those guys meant business. There are rumors circulating that the Institute was somehow involved. Now, I know they come up every time something bad or unexplained happens. But in this case, even I have to admit, it's hard to not suspect they were involved. Don't jump to conclusions, but keep your wits about you, folks. And don't worry. At this time, there's no reason to suspect our fair city is in danger, so you just sit back and enjoy some quality music, courtesy of Diamond City Radio. Can't get enough of Butcher Pete? Lucky for you, Roy Brown wrote a second song about him.
That's it.
Last number. Reporting now on what is very likely the Commonwealth's biggest story ever. Multiple sources confirm that the Brotherhood of Steel has fallen. I repeat, the Brotherhood of Steel. Lost in the airport. Brotherhood.
Lucky shot.
While we do not officially take credit,
it out with that disciple chick again today, Anna. Tired of her always winning. She's got better aim, better comebacks, even packs a better punch. Well, not for long. Fuck these rules, I'm going after her. Then, when she's floating face down in the swan pond, we'll see who's better. I can't wait to see. What the hell? How'd you get in here? What?
A girl's got her ways. I'm just here because Anna's big into helping Nisha keep the peace between all us gangs. Me? Not so much.
What the?
That should keep you quiet till I get you back to Fizz Top. Oh, were you recording this just for little old me? You operators are such sweethearts.
You have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are... It's true, but it's not. We are here, and we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your personal freedoms. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties. Rest easy. Know that the future is looking bright. And that mankind will thrive under our guidance. Hey, Mackenzie.
Boss, I can't believe it. You killed the raiders. All of them.
I have to ask. Why?
You and the other traders were being treated like slaves. I had to put an end to it.
Well, you certainly did that. I've thought about this day for a long time. Dreamed about it, really. Though I never thought I'd see that dream come true. Now that it has, I'm left with the question that I don't know the answer to. What happens next?
What do you want to happen?
I think we should keep this place going, like the way it used to be. Only now, we can use the money we bring in to make our lives better. Before you go, there's one last thing I need to say. Thank you. Sincerely, from all of us. Thank you. Wherever the road takes you, know that you'll always be welcomed back here in Nuka World. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to figure out a way to safely remove these collars.
Raiders are gone. They're really gone. I can hardly believe it. Anyways, sorry, what did you...
Hey, Shelby?
Got plenty of supplies for you, boss.
Doctor.
What can I do for you? Treatment or supplies?
Thanks to Connie Allen for that trip on Rocket 69. It's a two-seater. Good news is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth, folks. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones about the whereabouts of Diamond City's most effective detective, you can rest easy. Nick Valentine is back in town and seemingly none the worse for wear. While details about what happened to him are scarce, I for one am just glad he's back. And in one piece. And if there's any more good news to share, you'll hear it first here on Diamond City Radio. Here's something we can all stand to think about a little more often. It's Happy Times by Bob Crosby. Smith, everyone. Time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on top of a building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs. Now, believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher. You heard it here. The ship somehow managed to become airborne and lodged itself in a different building downtown. How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy, but it's true. Keep it tuned to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird. Now let's hear from the Ink Spots with their song, Maybe.
Going up. Starport Nuka Museum.
Who's there? Who?
Hope you enjoyed that last number. Time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on top of a building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs. Now, believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher. You heard it here. The ship somehow managed to become airborne and lodged itself in a different building downtown. How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy, but it's true. Keep it tuned to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird. The next one is Keep a Knockin' by Louis Jordan.
colony on Kola 5 is under attack. We have confirmed reports of multiple hostiles.
Enemy forces are moving to attack the colony.
All pilots, get to your ships. Prepare for takeoff.
Good day to you. Hello there.
The launch bay is just up ahead. Get to your ships. Cadets, I'm Nuka Girl.
Squad 3, 4, 5. You are go for launch.
Please make sure all loose objects are secured before boarding the ride.
Fuel up with Nuka-Cola Quantum and prepare to blast off for adventure in the Nuka Galaxy. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Keep hands and feet inside the car at all times. Nuka World is not responsible for items and/or this is airlock free. Cadets, you are clear for departure.
Fire thrusters! Quantum speed! Careful! Nice flying, cadets! Ambush! Dive! Defend the colony! Keep running! Lock in for pursuit! Blast off! Ready, fire! Look out! Keep it up! They're retreating! We did it! Nice work, cadets! Let's head home!
Welcome back, cadets. Please remain seated until the ride comes to a full and complete stop. Collect your belongings and watch your step as you exit the ride. Go cool off with a refreshing ice-cold Nuka-Cola. Then come again for another thrilling adventure in the Nuka Galaxy.
Hi.
Well, hey there. What brings you all the way out here?
You always this friendly to a complete stranger?
I suppose it's because I don't like to judge people until I get to know them. Sorry if I caught you off guard. The name's Evan. I've been out here for years now. I guess you could say that I like the peace and quiet. And the view. Well, look for yourself. It's something else. Since you took the trouble to find me, least I can do is return the favor. Need any supplies?
What's the catch?
No catch. No trick. Let's just say that I've been out there, and I know that the world can be a cruel and unfriendly place. So, is there anything I can help you with?
Sure. Do you happen to have a spare Liberty Prime?
No? No. I'm afraid that's a bit beyond my reach. Let me see what I have. Here you go. I found this on the outskirts of Nuka World a while back. It isn't doing me any good. Well, it's been nice having a visitor. Feel free to stay for a while, and help yourself to anything else I have laying around the place. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna hang out around here and enjoy the view.
Hey there.
Good luck out there, stranger.
Hey, just wanted to say, no hard feelings. All right?
Surprised to see me alive?
Hey, I may be surprised, but in a good way, all right? Just because I got you in here doesn't mean I didn't regret it.
It's okay. I get it.
Thank God. If it's any consolation, I'm glad you made it. I lost my real family when Coulter and his gangs took this place from us. Now, these traitors are all I have left. They're my family now. Every time Coulter sent me out to lure people into the gauntlet, I didn't have a choice. I had to do it, or he'd kill someone I cared about. I'm just sorry you had to get caught up in all this.
Did you ever fail to bring someone in?
Never. Couldn't afford to. Used to be me and another guy they'd send out. He thought he'd try and escape while he was out there. They found him and made him watch as they tortured and killed 2 of our own. Then they sent him through the gauntlet themselves. After that, choice was obvious. Like I said, sorry you got caught up in all this.
It's all right, Harvey. I understand.
Good to hear, boss. Never figured I'd find myself in this situation before. I thought for sure I'd be a goner. Well, better get back to it.
Safe travels, stranger.
another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on top of a building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs. Now, believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher. You heard it here. The ship somehow managed to become airborne and lodged itself in a different building downtown. Now, why? I suggest we just roll with it. But it's true. Continue to tune to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird. Feels like anything's possible when you're in love. According to Bill Cosby. It's crazy to call it.
Yes?
Okay, cut the shit. Who is that? You're so dead.
People of the Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true. But it's not the whole truth.
What's that? Time to
We
die!
are here, and we are here.
Gone! Mindless human!
Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Long after the world above ground ceases to exist. ensuring that mankind. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your personal freedoms. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is looking bright. And that our will thrive under our guidance.
End of the line!
Cease at once! The vault doors were meant to withstand a direct nuclear strike. Your attempts to breach this facility are laughable. Leave at once, or there will be consequences. When will you tire of this futility?
What the?
Vault-Tec will not forgive this vandalism.
Broken!
Whoever you are, stop! What? You have a Pip-Boy? Wait. Are you Vault-Tec? Have you finally come to save me? Please. I'm trapped behind a mountain of rubble. The key to freeing me is getting the workshop operational. First, lift the security lockdown and get to the reactor room. It's been hard to maintain the faith. So many years stranded here. But you can assure Dr. Braun, if he's even still around, that I have used the time productively. The great work is ready to begin. Good. Very good. Vault-Tec workshops require their control board to function. During emergencies, the procedure is to store it in the reactor room. Look in there, you should find it.
Hi.
You aren't what I was expecting. You do have a Pip-Boy. You're from a vault. But you're clearly not with Vault-Tec. What are you doing here? Why did you help me?
I heard the Vault-Tec radio beacon, and I came.
Those intruders must have triggered it by attempting to force the main door. I wasn't actually expecting anyone to answer it. After all this time, my name is Valerie Barstow, and I was to be the overseer of this vault. But please, follow me. I have a proposal for you. It's been a hard 200 years. I was giving a tour of what was to be my pride and joy. My vault. Then, the earthquakes. Sirens. Many died. Perhaps they were lucky. The radiation. Somehow, I was spared. Stop, Julie! What are you doing? Julie, what are you doing? Juliet! The construction crew didn't fare as well as me. They've never done anything hostile towards me, though. It's probably best if you put them out of their misery. To the entrance. With that control board, I could have changed everything. But there was simply too much rubble for the equipment to handle. But my work kept me going.